Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, man fatally shot in Black River. The police in St. Elizabeth are investigating the shooting death of a 36-year-old man in Black River on Thursday night. Dead is Luke Hewitt, a laborer of Fife's Pen in Black River. It is reported that about 9:10 p.m., Hewitt was attacked by a man with whom he had a disagreement. The man reportedly brandished a gun and opened fire, hitting him. He died from injuries received. The Black River Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the murder. Restrictions on entertainment events for some Manchester communities. Police say some communities in south-central Manchester, which have been affected by recent crimes including murders, are being restricted from having entertainment events. Assistant Superintendent of Police Lamar Clark told a community meeting in Albion, Manchester on Thursday that the police are monitoring the threat level in some communities, and they shared that if situations are under control, where we the police feel that it is safe for citizens to gather and upon gathering their lives are not at risk, then we will be able to grant some permits in this area. He listed some of the communities being restricted from having entertainment events. As it relates to the areas that are no permit zones presently, it is almost to say it is the entire Manchester at this time. Albion, Tulsa Street, Green Street, Midday, Cedar Grove, Georges Valley, Richmond, Royal Flat, Hart East, New Hall, Comfort and Broadleaf. The famous Greenvale New Green, so you realize I am almost naming the entire parish, and this is because the crime monster is not affecting one area within the parish, it is affecting the entire parish, he said. He went on to urge residents to assist the police in restoring peace. You are here and you want your community to have your entertainment back, so you are going to have to work with the police. We have to solve the problems before we can start issuing permits, he said. Clark, in responding to questions from the media and residents about the tough security measure, explained that it is necessary. Jamaica, we have a culture of dance and entertainment, but when that threatens the lives of our citizens, we have to put measures in place, and that is what is presently happening in the Manchester division, he said. However, event promoters are calling for a re-evaluation of the security measures in Albion and the surrounding areas. Party promoter and resident of Albion, Natalie Mackenzie, said it is affecting economic activities. What about the people that have been paying their round robin every week? And how is it we can collect our little money back, make a little extra over the weekends, because we work so hard paying our money, she said. They would have to suffer for the bad. Remember, we have our kids, and we've been hustling to pay back the people for them to get their draw. We need a little assistance for that. If we can have at least 2 police in our venue, we need little assistance for that. If we even get a little time to collect back our money, because it has not been easy for us, she added. Former Councillor Edward Smile, Knockpatrick, Jamaica Labour Party, expressed a concern over the rise in murders in Manchester. I remember the days of walking this street and when we realized where we are now. Growing up, we knew of crime in Kingston, but now it is right at our doorstep, he said during a walkthrough with political leaders in Green Street, Knockpatrick. The days of us walking from Midday to Mandeville at night without a fear, now you wouldn't even think about it, much less to do it, he added. 48-hour curfew imposed in sections of St. Andrew North. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in King Weston District and the Florence Hill Lawrence Tavern in St. Andrew. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Friday, September 20, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Sunday, September 22. The boundaries of the curfew are north from the King Weston Infant and Primary School along King Weston Road with an imaginary line to the border of St. Andrew and St. Mary. South from the border of St. Andrew and St. Mary to the intersection of Florence Hill and the Temple Hall Main Road. East from the intersection of Florence Hill and the Temple Hall Road with an imaginary line to the intersection of King Weston and the Florence Hill Main Road. West from the King Weston and the Florence Hill Main Road along King Weston Road to King Weston Infant and the Primary School. During the hours of the curfew, all individuals within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. COVID-19 lawsuits filed by King's House workers set for Constitutional Court in February 2025. The Constitutional Court is to hear the motion brought by office attendants Valerie Marsh Bennett and Signorina Raymond, who have been blocked from entering their place of employment at the King's House, the Governor General's residence, since October 2021. A first hearing was held in the Supreme Court on Wednesday, and the matter is set for full hearing in the Constitutional Court on February 10 and 11 next year. The women have been hindered from going to work since October 2021 because of failure to provide the COVID-19 test results. They filed the lawsuits in March this year, contending that their constitutional rights were being breached. The claimants, who have not received any salaries since April 2022, say they are suffering financial hardships. Raymond, who has been employed at the King's House since July 2012, stated in her claim form that she did furnish her workplace with a medical report which stated the reason she was unable to take the vaccine. Marsh Bennett has been employed at King's House since 2011. On October 6, 2021, when they turned up for work, they were prevented from entering the premises because orders were given to members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force to block them. They said they have not been informed by the Public Service Commission or the Governor General that they were no longer employed as public officers. The Attorney General is the defendant in the claim, in which the claimants are seeking several declarations. On Thursday, Justice Andrea Pettigrew Collins ordered that the defendant should file his affidavit in relation to the claim before October 3. Attorney-at-law Hugh Waldman has been instructed by the Jamaica Civil Service Association to represent the women. Supreme Court rejects injunction bid of Corporal Rohan James. The Supreme Court on Friday rejected an application for an injunction by former Police Federation Chairman Corporal Rohan James to be reinstated to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Mr. James was interdicted last July for comments he made at the funeral of a colleague. The cop had criticized the police high command for not paying cops their overtime money. Justice Kirk Anderson delivered the judgment. King's Counsel Peter Champagny, who represented the defendants, including former Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, told the news that costs were awarded in favor of his clients.
Our clients were the then Commissioner of Police, Major General Anderson, and also the Deputy Commissioner. The matter was heard in this court this morning, and Mr. Nico Pagan, part of the team, the defense team, received the judgment in which the injunction was denied. And also, may I add, that cost was awarded in favor of our clients.
In the meantime, Corporal James told the news that the judgment is of no moment as he anticipates his judicial review hearing set for November 6. Police advise of horses running loose on Bernard Lodge Main Road. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has issued an advisory to motorists traveling along the Bernard Lodge Main Road and its environs in St. Catherine to drive with caution. This is because a herd of horses escaped their stable earlier in the day and are currently roaming the roadway, posing significant risk to both the motorists and the pedestrians. The police said that the presence of the horses on the public roadways can lead to accidents and injuries, and the motorists are advised to exercise extreme caution while driving through the area. A release from the constabulary gives some recommended safety measures as follows. Reduce the speed. Please lower your speed when approaching the Bernard Lodge area to allow for better reaction time should you encounter any horses on or near the roadway. Stay alert, remain vigilant, and watch for any signs of horses crossing or standing near the road. Be prepared to stop if necessary. Avoid sudden maneuvers. If you spot a horse on the road, avoid sudden braking or swerving, as this could lead to loss of control of your vehicle. Report sightings. If you see any horses wandering along the roadway, please report their location immediately to local authorities by calling 119 or contacting your nearest police station. Drive defensively. Be aware that other drivers may react unpredictably upon encountering the animals. Maintain a safe distance from other vehicles. PNP supporters protest the road and the water issues in St. Catherine Northeast. Scores of People's National Party supporters in St. Catherine Northeast, led by constituency representative Andrew Higgins, staged a protest in Riversdale Square on Friday morning. The demonstrators voiced their frustration over the deplorable condition of several roads and the persistent water crisis they claim have plagued the area for over 40 years. Higgins emphasized the futility of the constant patching of roads and called for a comprehensive overhaul of the constituency's road network. I personally have had a conversation with engineers about the roads across the length and the breadth of Northeast, and they say, "Madam, the patching won't work," she declared. In addition to road issues, Higgins highlighted the need for immediate action to resolve the water crisis that continues to affect the community. The protest took an unexpected turn when Jamaica Labour Party councillor for the Choja Division, Robert Grandison, joined the gathering. He attempted to inform the protesters of the efforts made by Member of Parliament Kerencia Morrison to address the concerns. However, the crowd quickly dismissed his comments. The protest reflects a growing dissatisfaction among residents who are demanding urgent solutions to the long-standing issues. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.